welcome back to Excited Plants again. My name is Courtney and this is Tiny Desk Repot. In today's video, we are going to be combining all of these scindapsus, pictus, exoticas that I have and just chatting. I recently shaved my hair off, so we're gonna talk about that too. Let's get right into the video. Gloves. I've been more inclined to use gloves lately to just help prevent with mess, and also my fingernails have become very weak and I've been trying to take care of them more, and part of that is keeping my fingernails clean. And also I'm really clumsy and I like hit stuff all the time, especially when I'm doing plant stuff, and they'll like bend and fold and like crack, so I try to protect them as much as possible. I probably should use gardening gloves, but I don't like gardening gloves because I think they're too thick. Most of the kinds that I had have been too thick, so I like my medical gloves like I'm in Grey's Anatomy. I have a couple of these scindapsus. I think I have four. I haven't watered them in weeks, okay? They're screaming because I've been meaning to repot them, and I literally waited till the very last minute because that is okay. That's just what I do. All right, okay. What I'm gonna do, oh goodness. What I'm gonna do first, actually this is a better idea. I'm going to dump all of the soil that is old, that I don't wanna use anymore, into this container, and then I don't have to go back and try to like clean off my little tray thing that I have. I think this is too cutting. Oh my gosh, look how dry that is. That is actually, oh goodness gracious. Girl, these roots are screaming. Oh, is this one plant? Is this one? One, two. Well, there's one. And then these other ones, I mean, they should pop out just as easily. Oh my gosh, this is so dry. I'm sorry, plant. Girl, some of my old like medium combinations, I'm like, girl, what the hell are you doing? This is like moss soil, but this isn't the Fox Farm soil. This must have been like some cheap shit I had. The roots are solid as fuck though. So we're just gonna like massage everything out, and then we'll get into our medium. I think I'm gonna keep these in soil just because I really like soil, but I don't love soil. But I will say a lot of the plants that I do have in soil, I do find it easier to just repot them into soil. Because like with leca, I have to like wash it off and all this stuff. And I like leca long term because it makes the most sense. But today I feel like being lazy, and I just really want to quickly repot this and not having to go back and forth outside, because I usually like to wash off like any old mediums or wash my pots and everything outside, but it's literally 40 degrees. It feels like 12. And I'm just not into it. So the good thing about this plant though, that I'm seeing, is that the roots are giving, okay? We've got a lot to work with, which is a positive, so I didn't mess them up. I shaved my head. So I'm bald. I'm very bald, and I love it. It was partly, what the fuck is this? I don't know what this is. It was partly impulsive, partly not though. I had always thought about it, but it just never seemed plausible. And I also felt like very attached to my hair, especially in terms of my femininity and also how I was being perceived. Hair always felt really important. And I think really during the pandemic, I already was spending time by myself. I generally am by myself most of the time, but I feel like I was so isolated, but it wasn't in a negative way. I felt like I was able to connect to myself more and realize how I feel and look about myself is more important than how I think I'm going to be perceived. And that way made me feel more confident. And I feel like the last piece of that puzzle was my hair. All the other aspects I felt really good about, just like my skin and my weight and my facial structure and just like the physical parts, but also like the mindset parts felt a lot better too. But I feel like that physical attachment to my hair was still there. And the last like 2 months I've been struggling with my real hair. It's just been really damaged, and I feel like also that damage is because it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't meant to be. I was supposed to chop my hair off, and I made the appointment the same day. Like the day before I had thought about it and I talked to my mom. She was the only person I talked to about it. She was like, no, don't do it. And then she's like, you know what, you should do it. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I woke up that morning and I was literally gonna go buy clippers and do it myself. And my mom was like, please go to a professional. And I am glad I did go to a professional because I feel like I probably would have botched this very terribly. So I went and made an appointment at a local barbershop, went in, said, I want to shave my hair off, all of it. And the guy was like, wow, that's so brave. And I thought that was interesting that he said that it was brave, because it's like men get their hair cut and it's just like no big deal, but like when a woman cuts her hair off, it's so brave. And it didn't feel brave in the moment. It felt like a release. Like it felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And as soon as he made like the first like bzz, I was like, okay, well, there's no turning back. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so glad I did it. I ended up getting my ear pierced too. I have like I think I got my helix pierced, and then I got some new earrings, and I feel like more confident. I just feel so much more myself. Like I'm back to myself, if that makes sense. Like who I've always been, and for a long time it felt like that person was gone, and I've been slowly working my way to what truly being myself means. And I'm really happy. And I would say, if you have ever thought about shaving your hair off, do it. Just do it. Like once you do it, you're just like, it feels like nothing I could ever describe to you. Like it's a phenomenal feeling, and it's so good, and it feels so powerful too. Like you're just like, I don't know, it just feels so fucking powerful, and I love it. Okay, this is my orchid pot. You know I love orchid pots. I don't know what size this one is, but we're gonna put it in this Target pot. That's gonna be our cover pot. But while we are potting it up, we're gonna put this in a catch tray because we need to moisten our soil. And I'm just using the Fox Farm soil, keeping it really simple. Hopefully I do not spill this on my carpet. Okay, actually this is a better idea. Let me just fill it up down here so I don't like absolutely mess this up. I don't want to fill it up too high because the roots are fairly long on this, to be honest with you. So I want to make sure I have room. Using my little watering thing. You know I love this. I think when did I talk about this? My GQ video, I talked about this because I love this thing. I use it all the time. I don't want to put that back on the floor. But I want you to be able to see this. Can you see this? Okay, you can see this. But the roots are really long on this. So I'm not really putting too much soil in it because I want it to be really full looking, which I think it will. It's also going to dangle really long. And also, I have no idea where I'm going to put this. I can put it back here. I also could put it on the other shelf. I'm not going to hang it. I just really don't hang plants that much. I need to find like a different alternative to hanging plants. I need to do some research because I love hanging plants. I just don't want to like permanently hang anything, if you know what I mean. I feel like I can just throw all of these in here. I think this is gonna be a little bit easier because they're so damn dry. Oh my goodness. Girl, these roots are screaming. I'm definitely gonna lose some leaves, you know, because I waited so long to water it, and then I'm flushing it, which is kind of like overwatering, but you know, it'll be okay. It's a plant, and I love this plant, and I would buy like 10 more of these right now, so it doesn't even matter. But I think this is gonna look good. Okay. Oh shoot. Ah! Oh shoot, I forgot this was two different ones. Alright, okay. Okay, I think it's gonna look good though. Let's try to shove this in the middle. Okay, now we're gonna fill it up with soil and bring it up here. Okay, now we're gonna fill this up. This is a pretty simple repot. I thought it was gonna be a little bit worse just because I have not watered this plant, and I'm like, this plant hates me. It's so dry. But I think it'll turn out good, and it'll take a little time to be adjusted, and I will show you at the end of this video. What it does look like after it's been watered and it's settled down. It might take a day, it might take a couple days. I'm not too concerned about it, but I want to make sure I get the soil in all the crevices because it was kind of a little bit empty. Where I filled that up, so I'm gonna have to like smush it in there. Not smush it, but really get it in there. That actually covered pretty easily. Okay, this was actually a really easy repot. I feel like I've gotten more comfortable repotting. It's not that I wasn't comfortable, I just hated doing it because it was just so, like, this whole setup is so much worse. And people say they love repotting versus watering all their plants. I love watering my plants because I just think it's easy. I just fill up the water. That's all I have to do. But repotting is like a whole freaking process. I don't think I'm gonna pin any to the top yet. I think I'll just let the plant kind of do its thing. And I think it looks full enough. I may, I don't know. You'll see it at the end of this video whether or not I did pin it, because I don't actually have any pins on me right now. But okay, I think we're good. I'm also gonna give this a test treatment because why not? But yeah, wow, okay. Okay, we did that. Okay. And now we're just gonna water it some more. I literally love this thing. But to be honest though, this has held out a long time without water. So, I mean, don't do that, but like life happens. So you know, this one's pretty hardy. And there we go. There we have it. The beautiful repotted Scindapsus pictus exotica, one of my absolute favorite house plants. If you don't have one, please get one. They're literally so beautiful, super easy to take care of. And obviously you can see they're forgiving because it still has roots and it's gonna look absolutely fabulous. I wanna thank you so much for watching today's video and I will see you in the next one.